On the banking?
Yeah.
Don't know, will we take the shade?
I think they do alright. That's just the idea I have, but I got some other ones.
Don't we need to put in ground cover first? On the banking?
Put the ground cover in first? No.
Don't you think? Otherwise it's going to get the soil washing away.
Well, what you would do... I'm not sure. Hey.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, I don't know. Are you allowed in there? What about the environmental impact report?
Larry, that when I called it, his wife to answer, I asked for him, she said, he's not available. I asked him to pass on a message pertaining to all the things and she said, oh, we've sold that, haven't we? I said, well, we're still registered as the owners of the association.
Sean, ready, get set, go.
You give the tenant notice for every infraction, and that's it. And that represents a good thing that you just start assessing.
It was an escrow and at least recommending you to early before escrow closed. So it will be on an option. Just for the expedite the situation. See what is worth the least to have on or let them stay there.
Well,
And Michael's coming.
Kelly's no longer with my company.
Oh, she's not? Oh. Ready, go! Where's your toes? Show me your toes. Where's your toes? Where's your toes? Show me your toes. Where's your toes? Show me your toes. Two in a row, that was great. Oh. Whee! Come on in. What a decent chap. Throw yourself off like this. Look. We go like this, we go.
Whee! Do it. Hey, Sean.
Let's show everybody how we can jump in the pool. Wait for that. Come on! Yay! Again? 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 1, 2, 3. Very good. Want to jump in again? Wait for it. I said wait. Now, sit there nicely and... I said wait. Nicely and don't move on. You cheeky young boy! Now listen, you sit there and I'm going to go up there and you come back, okay? Now wait for it, you ready? Don't do it when I'm walking up to it. You cheeky young boy! You cheeky boy! Do that. And I'm going to go up here like this. What are you doing? Cheeky boy! Now, no, wait for it. Now I'm going to go up here. I said take your time. Have a cuddle. Oh, this is a nice cuddle. Now, don't jump. Don't. You're laughing before you hit the water, cheeky boy. Now, wait for it. Wait. You're going to drive yourself, you silly boy.
I'm gonna drown myself.
Now, do it nice. You can't laugh when you're underneath the water, you silly boy.
Espérate, está chivito ese.
Sally, be careful.
Mira, niño, la tienta, mira. ¿Ves? Tiéntalo. Tiéntalo tú también. Mira, Ani.
Sean, come see. Sean.
this remind you of anything? Think back.
April 20th. June. זה החיה שהכי קרובה לבן אדם. תראי את היד הרגליים שלו. תראי את האצבעות של הרגליים. הנה היא התעוררה.
What a profile.
The small.
Okay, Lisa. Volteen para acá. Volteen para acá.
Mira, deja la bolsa por aquí, queremos que se saque los carros, ahí deja las dos bolsas aquí. Y ahí queremos un abrazo para a ver qué es de ellos. Venga, niño, bajo la bolsa aquí. Ya pones tu nombre.
I'm ready. We had a really good time today.
Hi. Night night, Sean. Night night.
Share our joy with you. Ladies and gentlemen, to start off our Baby Shamu celebration with Curtis Lehman, please welcome Shamu.
Well, hi there, Shamu. Everyone's all excited about our Baby Shamu celebration. It looks like you're all set to go. So, Kelly, why don't we get things started off by giving everyone out there a chance to get a good look at a killer whale.
All right, Curtis, and while we do that, let's take a look at some of the physical characteristics that make killer whales unique. The most obvious, of course, is their size. They are huge. Up to 30 feet in length, killer whales can weigh as much as 18,000 pounds. In fact, even a birth baby Shamu weighed 250 pounds and was 6.5 feet in length. Now, you can't help but notice their striking black and white coloration. This disruptive pattern tends to disguise their actual shape, perhaps confusing some would-be prey. Let me ask the question of all the children out there in the audience. How many of you think Shamu is a big fish? All right, now how many of you think Shamu is a mammal? Yes, I hope you said mammal. If you said mammal, you're correct, because Shamu, like all whales and dolphins, is a mammal that is adapted to live in the sea.
Shamu, why don't you go out there and give everybody a big wave hello?
Well, Shamu is waving at you with his pectoral flipper. Although these flippers may appear featureless, if you were to look at an X-ray, you would see the elements of the forelimbs of land mammals and a bone structure similar to that of the human hand. Now, all these features and adaptations do more than ensure their survival in a harsh environment. In fact, they combine to make killer whales the top predators of the sea. Probably the most important factor in their success as hunters is their unequaled ability to swim. Using the large flattened flukes for propulsion, killer whales are capable of generating an incredible amount of power and speed.
Come on, Shamu, let's put it in gear.
Killer whales are capable of reaching up to 30 miles per hour in the ocean.
That's right, Kelly, but not everyone gets a chance to see killer whales in the ocean. But right now, they can watch Shamu as he pours on to speed.
As you can see, Shamu is a powerful swimmer, but in fact, he is not confined to just the water alone. No matter how often we see it, it still amazes us that he can lift as much as 7,000 pounds of muscle and bone completely up and out of the water. The facts are clear. He is perfectly adapted to his watery environment. He is a giant, the absolute master of his world. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he is Shamu. current frontier must certainly be the oceans of our own planet. With the birth of baby Shamu and her cousins in Florida and Texas, we've been given an incredible opportunity at interspecies communication. But before we can ever speak to beings from outer space, we may someday truly communicate with animals from the sea. Dolphins, whales, and maybe even baby Shamu.
The success we've had today in communicating with the whales has primarily been in training them to respond to a series of hand signals or body gestures. For example, if I were to march in place, that's a signal for Shamu to mimic me by slapping his tail flukes on the water.
Well, of all the ways we can communicate with the whales, probably the most subtle and yet most significant way is through the use of touch. Over the years, we've worked hard to develop a sense of trust that allows us to work this closely with the whales. Right now, Curtis Lehman is planning to spend some time with Shamu in the water. He does so with the utmost care and concentration, relying on a relationship built on trust and respect. As they swim together this afternoon, they are certain to learn more about each other. And as we watch, we might even learn something ourselves. fun. Well, right now, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a very special treat. And right now, it's time to bring out, of course, the one you've probably been looking for, Baby Shamu. And here to tell us more about Baby Shamu is trainer Scott Klappenbeck.
Thank you, Kelly. Right now, we're getting set to bring out our newest little superstar, and of course, that's Baby Shamu. Baby Shamu was born right here in our front show pool in front of about 2,000 park guests. At birth, we estimate her weight at around 250 pounds, and currently we estimate her weight at over 1,000. And here she is, Baby Shamu! Now, Shauna Corin will be working with Baby Shamu this show. We all take turns working with her. She's in the earlier stages of learning. Actually, Baby Shamu just had her 1-year birthday back on September 23rd. She's learned quite a few procedures, and most of those have been from just watching or imitating the larger whales. She's currently eating several different types of fish, 2 types of smelt, herring, and squid. Now we're developing her own segment of the show. And as you can see, Curtis has asked Shamu to go back up into the back pool. So this will give Shauna the pool to themselves. And we'll do what Baby Shamu does best, and that's just go out there and have some fun. And we actually started getting to the water with Baby Shamu after about a week and a half of age. Now, we do have to go to great extents to teach her to be very gentle with us. She really doesn't understand her own power and size yet, and we are very fragile in comparison. Now, as Shauna brings Baby Shamu out along the glass, you might want to take a real close look. If Baby Shamu opens her mouth, you'll notice she already has her teeth. Started to get those teeth in at about 3 to 4 months of age. Actually, killer whales get up to around 44 conical-shaped teeth. Now, they use these teeth for ripping and tearing. Once they bite a chunk of food off, they usually swallow it whole. They don't necessarily chew it up like you or I do. Now, there's many different ways we can reward Baby Shamu. Obviously, fish is one of them. But you've also seen Shauna rubbing down Baby Shamu on different parts of her body and jumping in and out of the water. These are also ways that we can reward Baby Shamu for doing things correctly. The whales and dolphins have very sensitive skin, and at times they really seem to enjoy being rubbed down. She quite hasn't figured that one out yet. Every time we bring Baby Shamu out in this segment of the show, we try to be very interesting and different for her, try to be very stimulating to keep her attention. As you can see, Baby Shamu's doing a very good job paying attention to Shauna, following her wherever she goes around the pool. spent either training or observing the killer whales, but sometimes we just like to have some fun. So how about it, guys? Why don't we bring Shamu back out here and get some people wet?
Watch in the center of the pool as he comes up in a beautiful back dive. You know, folks, there's an old saying that you learn something new every day. And nowhere is this more true than right here at Shamu Stadium. For us, the birth of baby Shamu is a brand new beginning. And we feel that for everything we learn, there are 1,000 more secrets to discover. Have a great day here at SeaWorld, everybody. Bye-bye.
The wetsuits for Baby Shamu celebration are provided by Body Glove International.
Use 11.
John, I've got a boat to pick with you. I'm talking about a Friday night koi. I'm talking usual Friday, starting off down the MFG's Club, a few cheaper bevies down there, and then heading up Peppers. When I say that you definitely are the quietest, it's an understatement. But this particular night, you managed to get us back. You managed to stay in. And I felt that was totally out of the ordinary. And I'm still waiting on an apology from you. I'm talking, John. We were sitting up the back. Davey Herd, myself, Kenny, yourself, talking. A chair was accidentally broken. There was no malice intended at all. Talking accidentally broken during a wee drinking session. The owner just immediately turned around and gave Waffles. You, of course, was stopped about somewhere else at this point in time. Right, I'm talking about a football memory now. I'm going back to the darkest days of late 70s and 80s. Scottish Cup replay through at Fernhill, Glasgow. We're talking, we rushed to get home from work, get into Mike's car, through the M8 into Glasgow, just to find out a wee laddie saying, the game's half, the game's half. Say, what? I'm telling you, the game's half. So what do we have to do? Head all the way back, teaming down the rain, back to M8 again. Trouble was, way back, windows were up, Davy Noble had a bit of a problem with the bulbs. So I don't know if you call it that, but the most, I'm telling you, the stench was immense. It was absolutely terrible. We were struggling to breathe, I'm telling you. It was bad. It was bad. In fact, it made Mike drive a wee bit weird. Because when we got back into Edinburgh, he had a wee bit of a near fracas with a police car. He decided he wanted to get away from the police car. The police car decided he actually wanted to get ahead of Mike Burns. I never knew you would have car chases in Edinburgh, New Haven. Yes, we managed to have one. Luckily as hell, we managed to get rid of the police car. How we did it, I do not know. I think my heat was in my arms. Anyway, I can't remember it. I think it's time we had a Jambo having a wee story. We keep quiet to my right here. Is that right, Jambo?
I don't know what to tell. There was this one once. We were all in the cafe one night after picking up the peppers. Me, you, I don't know if you were there, Bob, the night that Mr. Pear fell asleep. Anyway, what happened was, he just got up, he says, I went to the toilet, he goes to the toilet, about 20 minutes after it, we were all hunting for Davy, there's no sign of. So we all goes up, go to the toilet, and what's hanging out the end of the ladies' toilet? Davy's foot. Yes, it was Davy. Asleep around the pan in the ladies' toilet. Well, what can you say?
Oh yeah, you flipped out of your bed?
I do my flipping episode, yes.
There you go.
Smell me happy.
Somebody better tell.
Bob, why don't you tell us how pleased our travel agent and courier were with us in Tenerife?
Well,
How the whole neighbourhood knew and respected us.
You're talking about you paid for accommodation, but I don't know why you bothered paying for accommodation, because how often were you actually in the Baikie apartments at night? The only time you came into the apartments, you were talking to sleep on the bench. That defeated me. I mean, the bed was beautifully made and it hadn't been touched for 2 weeks. The courier had the cheek to say we were a rabble.
Do you know that?
How can we be a rabble when look at that bed?
Do you know the funny thing about that? Kenny and I were in a bedroom together, and I got the bunk bed, and Kenny got this wee fold-up thing. And for two weeks he continued to sleep in that, and my good bed lay empty. This is Jamie, and Jamie's going to give us a story about one of the Friday nights that these guys went out.
Come here, Sean.
Just trying to think. One that comes to mind, I think you guys have just come back from Tenerife actually. I think it was only Bob that came out because everybody else was too knackered after the journey. We went to the TA club, Donald Road, it was somebody's engagement party, and they were selling nips for 40 pence a shot. I don't know how.
Too good to miss. That was a bargain.
I don't know how we got home that night.
A bargain opportunity.
It was unbelievable. We went through about, what was it, about 15 quid each just on vodka.
What the world is waiting for is we want to know at which point Mr. Baikie fell asleep.
Well,
no, there was a bit of a hue.
There was a bit of a hoo-ha when Bob screwed up on somebody's jumper.
Now you see, this is what, now we're getting to the nitty gritty, let's hear about it.
And what about the time you went down to try and find the ball, but you couldn't find it?
Oh yeah, I was wandering about and ended up in this gym sort of area. I don't know how the hell we got there, but next morning I had the key to this place in my pocket. It's really wild. We just about got lifted on the way home as well. Polis stopped. Must have taken us from McDonald Road to Cannon Mills. It must have taken us about 2 hours.
You're talking crawling.
Crawling down the road.
On your knees. Say, I'm dying. I'm gonna die here.
Bob was going to give up at this bus shelter. He just decided he was going to stop there, and that was it. Life was over.
Here, you must have made a turn. You don't seem like that anyway. But for years, I'd been shit scared of this thing. I was terrified of it. And that night, Christ, I was jumping all over it. Jumping all over it. We were still drunk, I reckon, at 12 o'clock the next day.
Later than that.
I've got a question for y'all. What were your first impressions when John told you that he was getting married?
Well, I actually had to pick myself up off the floor, to tell you the truth. I had to pick myself up off the floor, so I wasn't sure.
Bob, that's not.
John, you were speaking about.
Bob, that's not particularly unusual. Well, actually it is, because it's somebody else that's normally picking you up off the floor.
Yeah, sure, the floor's there, I've paid for it, so I expect it.
Sean.
Go back to, Sally, I want to go back to 1982, to start off with when Kenny and me went to Spain. And that started off that me, Kenny and somebody whose name we won't mention because it's not really worth mentioning, was going to go with us and backed out the last second and dumped Kenny for his deposit. So anyway, Kenny and me went off to Torremolinos, or as they said then, Torremolinos. And Torremolinos. When we got there, we found all kinds of characters that we knew. One of which was a wee lassie that lived down the road from me that was there with her boyfriend, and ended up getting us free tickets for the Scotland-Russia game. One of the other characters we met there was a guy called Phil B. And Phil B for years has notoriously been a bum. And when we met up,
What was his name?
yeah, he went across to the World Cup with his dole check, and he was selling blood every other day so he could go out for a bevy. So I'm not quite sure if he had a bevy, sold his blood, had a bevy, sold his blood, that type of deal. Anyway, it was phenomenal. That was just epitomised the type of person that was there. Anyway, one story that springs to mind when we were over there was we stayed right on the beachfront in Torremolinos, and downtown Torremolinos was actually on an upper level. You had to climb these stairs on a cliff face to get to the downtown area where all the pubs were. Anyway, that was no problem when you were going out, but see, when you were going home it was murder pole. This thing was sheer. Anyway, we went out this one night and we were walking up and down, and these guys were handing out leaflets telling me about all these different bars. This one guy grabbed us and said, come with me, I'll show you this good bar. So Kenny and me follows him, and he takes us down these steps to this door front. And we were going, one of these type things, aye. We were going to walk inside, and there was just something wasn't quite right, something wrong with the picture. We suddenly realised it was actually a gay bar. We got about 3 steps inside the door. That's for a game of sudgers. So I came back out, ran up the stairs, and we're off our marks. Anyway, that was one of a long line of instances. One of the events of that 82. Of course, just being there was fantastic.
Did you enjoy the nonchalant dink?
The nonchalant dink came against Brazil in Seville. That was for me an absolutely unforgettable experience. Kenny, do you remember how long we stood in line for?
Quite a long time.
I'm going to say 4 hours.
4 hours.
And then eventually, I forget his name, Kenny will probably remember, but the guy from STV was with his camera crew, and he came along and started to interview us, not on camera, but asked how long we'd been standing for him. And he told us that his pal had a travel agency in town, and he told us if we went down there, he had tickets. So Kenny jumped in a taxi. Well, I said, I'm staying in line, I'm not moving. But Kenny jumped in a taxi, went down to the place and came back with tickets, so that was well worth doing.
Is that for the Brazil game?
Aye, in Seville. It was just an uncanny experience. But then moving on for there, the next biggie was Tenerife. And let me tell you the very start of the Tenerife. Sitting in Newcastle Airport, having the public tannoy system insist that the 4 guys that were holding up the plane and going to Tenerife go to the boarding gate immediately, they were being left behind. I had no idea who these bums were, but eventually escorted by police to the boarding area. They were all telling them, hurry up, hurry up. And then when we got there, the plane never took off for about half an hour or something. Anyway, I think that might have been Bob and Davy's first flight. Is that the first time you ever flew?
I needed a few babies.
So you needed a few babies. You had them. Well, I can tell you this, by the time we got there, was it Spain that you threw your bundle, or was it Tenerife?
It was Spain.
Okay. Well, in Tenerife,
Arrived at about midnight?
Yeah, about midnight or something, we were all reeking. Got off the plane, grabbed our stuff.
Sensible people went to their beds at that time.
One of them.
Well, I mean, any sensible person would have gone to their bed.
Well, being as it was, we never. What we did was, as soon as we hit Tenerife, we got to the apartments, literally threw our bags in the door, and I remember in the ad for the apartment it says they were going to leave us a little basket of goodies or something like that. It turned out to be something like a couple of apples, a loaf of bread and a bottle of wine. But we threw the bottle of wine down our necks and went out for a drink. At which point, I think, who's at stayed at home?
Pitch dark. We've just arrived there. We have no idea.
No idea where we are or
nothing.
Anything, nothing.
I mean, getting back was going to be a major problem in the dark.
But who's at stayed at home?
David.
Okay. Davey stayed at home, the rest of us went out.
And somebody forgot the key.
Aye, somebody forgot the key. Cut a very long story short, the next time we saw each other I was slapping Kenny about the back with some wet trousers 8 or 9 o'clock the next morning because I'd fell in a swimming pool on my way home.
Kenny had to carry me.
At that point I took great exception to the fact that Bob looked so comfortable in bed. Decided that he should be up and about, and that's exactly what happened. His bedding was duly thrown out the bedroom window. Bob was left writhing on the floor wondering what the hell was going on.
Left to actually crawl down onto the swimming pool area, stick the mattress in your back, climb up again.
Nobody thought he was doing a moonlight runner. Wasn't he going to pay for his apartment or something?
And that's the time that Mr. Baikie lost his watch in the swimming pool.
That was another night. He says, we'll go scuddied it.
Skinny dipping. So we go in the scuddy or skinny dipping. You can't have both. Scuddy dipping.
Well, the scuddy and I went skinny dip.
At least he thought he did.
Well, I wasn't totally nude because I had my watch on.
Of course.
We were in there about half a dozen of us.
And I'm sure that before he left, Bob's mum says, Robert, if you're going skinny dipping, remember to take your watch off. Well, that never happened.
The girl that I was with that night, I assured her, and I went mental, that this watch had cost me £100. Actually, it only cost me a fiver, but I didn't.
But let me tell you what the actual story was. He got it on a free fill-up at the gas station. Esso special. Aye. Buy a gallon, get a watch free. Bob got 8 gallons.
But the next day we tried to put my watch together. Well, I was away to give up, but Kenny tried to stick my watch together.
What for a minute?
You had about 20,000 different parts saying, yes, I know where each part goes, I'll stick it together again.
Kenny, why don't you tell them about the time that the rice was boiling over? They're boiling the bag rice.
It boiled over?
What we did was we got this boiling the bag rice and we put it in a pot, and we thought all you need to do is to take this bag of rice and put it in the pot and put it on the stove and let it boil away. So this is what we were doing, but something went wrong and the bag burst. The rice spewed out. And the next thing that happened was it started spewing all, you ever seen that scene where you see soap suds pouring out of the washing machine? This was similar, except it was rice pouring out of this pot on top of the stove. Needless to say, we didn't have rice then. It just said put bag in pot and boil. It was in Spanish. Couldn't understand it. So.
Did you see a number like 5 minutes?
5 minutes old.
Okay. Just we also on that particular holiday we're probably known to a lot of the bar owners, but one in particular comes to mind, a coloured gentleman by the name of Martin, whose favourite phrase was, what was it?
It was Michael.
It's
no my problem.
It's no my problem. Anytime something happened, it was never his problem.
We always started at pub number 1. Always started there. At the very end of the holiday, they give us free
champagne that ended up all over my shirt and all the clean one.
That's exactly right. We used to go to this pub number 1 and start off our nights there every night. And when we got there at the end, they knew us so well. They gave us a free bottle of champagne, which, as Kenny said, was duly tipped over his shirt. And for some inexplicable reason, I used to have this habit of throwing my shoe out the door and retrieving it. Don't ask me why, it just happened. Quite a few times, actually.
Well, at the time, the barman didn't believe that you could
tequila bangs.
Tequila bangs.
They used to have. Well, Bob, you tell them.
No, I mean, I just remember this.
You remember?
Bar.
Tell them about tequila bangs. What the theory was and what happened.
What the theory was, you'd get quite a large glass of tequila, and in that you'd put a bottle of dry ginger. And what you would do, you'd have the tequila, empty in this thing of ale, it was, hold the glass at the top, hit it hard, and of course it all come up. And the object of the thing was, you'd have this, and you go whap.
It'd be fizzing up over the top of your glass.
Mr. Ingles here, I think managed
3 or something.
how many was it? Yeah.
3 or something.
3 and a half.
Apparently 1 is extremely difficult for a normal person. 2 is we guarantee possible you fall on your back.
But 3
and 3 is you're inhuman, get out my bar.
It's impossible. But no, he done it.
I did 3. The guy was left absolutely
aghast, agog.
Yes, could not believe that this man was still. Actually, do you remember we were in a bar and we actually watched a girl fall down when she tried it? Do you remember that? It was just a little place, we didn't usually go there. This girl took this tequila bang and she tried to drink it and she literally fell backwards. It was quite funny. At least we thought so, because we were watching.
And I wasn't drinking it.
Correct.
Davey used to have a good crack in laziness. I mean, you'd go out, you're talking Tenerife, you drink 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, no problem. So I mean, if you're going out at 10 o'clock at night, you may be quite tired later on, and instead of going back to the apartment for a lie down and then come out again, Davey Hare did it great. He'd go out to the beach where there was benches, and he'd go there and lie down for about an hour, and then we thought that was him away in, and then all of a sudden he'd appear again. Where the hell have you been, Davey? So I was just away for a nap, like, just away. I'm back ready and ready to go again. I mean, that guy was the ultimate laziness. He knew the least amount of walking available to get his kit. And
that was the way he would do it. You can't knock the guys.
You paid for it? You paid for it?
And
Expected it?
he expected it.
Thanks, Jamie.
Come on, Sean. Come on, go get the water. Go get the water. Come on. Come on. Go
Look at Mummy. See Mummy? Hey Sean, look.
Mommy.
I'm telling. Hey Sean, look. Look at the ball. Okay, you ready? Set.
Don't let me.
Okay, well, I won't do that anymore.
Don't do that. No, Daddy.
Okay. Okay, sit there and don't move. Cheeky boy. Now listen to me. Sit there and just... I said not to do that, you cheeky boy. I've got... Don't you jump in that water. Wait, just wait. You cheeky boy. Now, wait, no, wait. Don't do this. Wait. Right, I know how to fix you. Now, I'll just have you stand up. And that...
And sit there.
But you could stand like that.
Sit there.
Yes.
Here.
You say no.
Ready?
You say no.
Ready?
You say no.
Go. Go.
I'll say black, you say white. Right, that's cheeky. That is cheeky. I want you to sit right there. Don't move. I've never seen anything so cheeky in all my life. You want to jump?
No. Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Oh, you want to dance? Okay. La 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 la. La la la.
Mommy, you gotta dance.
Why don't you swim to Mummy? Hey Sean, want to race me?
No.
Okay, go to the steps.
Okay.
Huh?
Go there.
Go to the steps. That's the steps.
And that steps.
Huh?
And that one steps.
Yeah, it is. Take a wee rest.
Ready?
Now be careful, that's not as deep. You have to be careful. Away! Cheeky boy. Okay, I'll tell you what, you know what this ball does?
What?
Watch. Let me show you what this ball does. Let me show you what this ball does. Excuse me.
You cheat.
Excuse me.
You cheat.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
You cheat at me.
What are you doing? Don't touch that. Use that towel over there.
Oh.
What did you say? No, don't do that. Yuck. Leave it. Put it down. Yuck. Say yuck.
Yuck.
Right. Get back in this pool.
Okay. And yuck.
Well, why don't you do it here? Okay, wait just now. Look at Mummy and say, I'm going to jump.
Oh my God, yuck.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go! There he is! What a clever boy! Did it all on his own. Again?
I did it again.
Look at Mummy then and say, here I go.
There you go.
Yes! What a clever boy! Look at Mummy and go, I did it!
I did it.
Show Mummy.
I did it.
Hooray! Yes, why did you do it?
The water.
I know it was in the water, it was bad.
Oh.
Why did you do it?
This.
Get in that water. Right now.
No.
Yes, yes.
Sean. My mommy.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Let me do the other one. Let me just think. You want to jump?
No.
Okay. Oh, good see it. It almost came off. I think you can swim. What, do you want to jump?
No.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You want to jump in the sky? Right. You see that camera? Watch this. This is what happens. Instinct. He's working on instinct. Come around so I can slap you. Right. Yes. What do you think of that? Oh, let me fix it for you.
Listen to me, young man. Tell you that again.
What are you doing? Ouch. What? Yum.
Get it.
Oh, you come with me.
Okay.
Give me a hand.
Come on.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Wow, you're swimming very fast. You're keeping up with me.
Let's go, Mom.
Say, let's go, Mommy.
Let's go, Mommy.
I'll catch up with you. You're too fast for me. Careful, man. Be careful. Kick it. Kick it in the pool. Kick it in the water. Oh! Get it. Get it. Come on. Come and get it.
Okay.
And set, go. Get it. Let's get it. Good. Mommy. Mommy.
Get it.
I'm gonna get it. We're coming, Mommy. We're coming,
Mommy, Mommy.
Want to go to the steps? There you go, it's the Little Mermaid. That's the Little Mermaid. Oh look! Now listen, I told you not to do that to Sean again. Do you understand? Did you see what I did? I said don't. Well, I don't do it to Sean. Oh. I keep telling it. Don't do that to Sean. Ouch! You did that to me.
That's my name.
You're the mermaid. Okay, you be the mermaid and you swim down there. And I'll be the fish. Okay? You be the mermaid. You go. Sing as you swim. Like the Little Mermaid. Can you sing as well? Go on. Let me see your toes, please. Show me your toes. Let me see them. Where's your toes? Where? I don't see any toes. Show me your toes. Oh, there's your toes. Well, you can't be a mermaid if you've got toes, you cheeky boy. Oh, hi. You cheeky boy. Hi. You can't keep doing that stuff. Hi, Mommy. Come back up to that one. Mommy, look. Hi. Okay. I've got a good idea. Watch. Jump. Jump. Ready. Nice and easy. Yeah, I see you. What are you going to do? With that leaf? Well, that's like Dumbo's feather. Big jump. Huh? What do you need? magic one that he could jump and fly? Do you remember? Okay. Oh, now you jump and get it. Fly, fly, John. Fly. Big one. You were flying, I saw you. You were in the air flying. That's the ice cream van.
Listen, Mommy.
I hear it.
It's the monkey.
It's the what?
The monkey.
Ice cream. Oh, he's coming. There he is. That's the ice cream van.
And the fire.
Ice cream.
And the fire.
No.
And fire.
Not fire engine. Ice cream van. Mummy. Toys. Look at Mummy.
Wow. Wow. Can't see.
What do you want to see?
Can't see. I'm going to tell me.
Excuse me.
What?
I want up. What? Go up. You can go home. Do you want to go up?
Yeah. Come here. Come here.
Yes. Excuse me, I want up.
No. 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 No.
I want to go up.
Okay.
What?
Like this.
What? Excuse me. I want up. Excuse me, I want to get up. My turn.
My
My turn.
This is my.
It's my turn. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared. You take. Let me climb up. Excuse me. Excuse me. It's my turn. It's my turn.
My turn.
I think it's my turn first.
It's your. My. You cheeky.
You're cheeky.
You cheeky.
Look at Mummy.
Woody. This is.
Big jump. Big one. He's got some really good clearance. That's a good 3 feet.
Give me.
You're jumping your own length. My turn.